All right. Hey, Sammy, we're going to go over this game, take a look at a couple things right here. Okay, notice that you had to turn out. You should have been opened up wider there, right? This player is narrow. You should have been out wider so that you could have came in here. And because you weren't, you had to try to adjust and found yourself into that situation. We'll just go over like the good and the bad. I watched most of it, and there's some good stuff and there's some stuff to work on. I do want you to continue to work on your individual skill right there. Okay, take a look in this situation, right? What do you do in this situation? It's tight, right? You're trying to get it in there, okay? 3 players you ran into there. You find a solution here, okay? Just make sure that rather than like giving the ball away in this situation, just use your skill. You can easily get out of that. Right? Rather than forcing that pass in that scenario. Watch. Ball comes in here. It's there. Oh, sorry. All right. The ball comes in here. Right? You're going to get it. All right. 3 people close on you. What does that mean? That means that there's going to be options open, right? Whether it's finding this ball here, right? Whether it's coming out into this space here and then coming back around. Against, another team that could be a loss of possession and then they're building. Right? Luckily you got it back. There, ball comes in. Right now on these, when there's crosses, you're trying to get into this area because most likely the ball will bounce back into this area. So getting into that space, right? And if the forward gets it, then continuing on. So looking for that back pass for a shot. Next play comes in here, right? That should have been a touch. You have the ability to be able to control that right there, right? Now you put yourself into the, a tougher situation, and you gave not quite weighted ball there, but then you made the most of that, right? And then it's bouncing around. So just trusting in your ability a little bit more and kind of working on your own skill and wall work and stuff. Because like right here, what do you think? Ball comes there, right? Great overlap into that, right? Could you have hit that left-footed, curled it in? Right? But instead you were looking for that pass, which, yes, it was there, right? But you got to make sure that the timing's right and that ball does get in. And so right there, you're a little bit relaxed in that situation, a little bit more focused. Like, it's great that you're not panicking in this situation, but left foot curler, right? Definitely. But from the start, making sure that you are taking that first touch and finishing that will be important. I've seen that goal that you scored in that important game versus NSSA, right? We all know that you do have that touch, right? Just making sure that you have that focus and that determination so that this ball doesn't come in. And then right here, the weight wasn't like the weight of the ball, the pass wasn't strong enough. But then I like this overlap here, should have been a shot. Good idea on that pass, but that is a tough thing to get that in there. All right. Okay, next play. So, are you calling for the ball? Like, what's your verbal communication? What's your, watching yourself? Are you an option? Of course, right? Are you telling him and communicating with him as he's got 3 players on him that you're there? Because just a little tap, right? I have a feeling he's not able to get his head up right there. Would you agree with that? right? So a verbal communication or a clap, right? Just to poke it there, and all of a sudden you're in for a cross. I'm not sure if there's something here. Okay, ball comes in here. Great. Nice skill. Yeah, amazing. 10 out of 10. Incredible, right? And this is the quality that you have, right? Now, we want to have that consistency with this level of play, right? The patience, the first touch, right? Letting the gap open up, perfectly weighted ball, right? Consistent on that measure right there. Now, he got the shot, but here, look at one. Okay, now it's gonna go there, right? Now you need to be an option right here. Okay, because you see that gap that opened up. I just want you to be an option, and that takes that communication part, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Clap, hand motion, right? Some sort of communication so that he knows that you were the option there. Yeah, we'll keep it short there. I'm sure there's more, but some goods, some things to work on. Um, Keep working on your individual development. That is always for me the most important. Okay, right there, another situation where you could have been underneath for that shot, right? And then communicating that you want that ball, so that your player plays you and knows that you are the best decision.